Hello students, hope you are doing well, and today's lesson we will learn how to expand. Now this is very important. Most of us, my students ask, where is this applicable? So what I tell them is, we can model this expansion as the area of a rectangle where the length is 2x minus 5y plus 3 and the width is x. So basically expansion could be modeled as the area of a rectangle. So that is why we need to learn how to expand. This is very simple. All you have to do is use distributive property and a little bit of the fundamentals of multiplication of signs. So you will see x into 2x becomes 2x squared. X into minus 5y will be minus x into 5y, and this will be plus x into 3, which basically is 2x squared minus 5xy plus 3x, and your expansion is completed. Right? So expansion is using distributive property and getting the answers. Right? So that's as easy as this. The only thing you need to follow all the rules correctly. Okay, so let's go on to the next example. It's the same thing. Now what we do, we take this as the first one and we multiply with all these elements. So I am going to get 3x multiplied by x squared plus 3x multiplied by minus 2y. So there I have completed with the first term. Now we can repeat the same distributive property with the second term. So it would be multiplying this way. So I'm going to get plus 2y into x squared. Alright, and this would be minus 2y into 2y. Alright, so if I do this, what is my final answer? So this will become 3x cubed, plus into minus is a minus, 3 times 2 is minus 6xy. This becomes plus 2x squared y, and this is minus 4y squared. Since I do not have any like terms, our simplification stops here and we cannot do anything more. Right? So basically this is expansion. Let's move on to the next question. So in this next question you will see that again we have fractional values. So when I have the fractional values, I will do the same thing. 1. So let me multiply the first term with this. So I distribute the first term with all the values in the second bracket. I take the second and then I distribute it to all the values here. So if I do that, I would get 3a multiplied by 2a, right? Then I would have plus 3a multiplied by 3b, right? And then let me go on with the second one, minus 2b multiplied by 2a, and then I would have minus 2b multiplied by 3 by b. Alright, so let's simplify this. 3 times 2 is 6, 8 times a is a squared, plus, this is a fraction, so we multiply the numerators, which is 9a by b, and this becomes minus 4a by b, and this one will be minus 6 by b squared. So now you see that this is a like term, so I could simplify this further. This becomes 6a squared. This is a common denominator, so we just Simplify the numerators. 9a minus 4a will become 5a by b plus 5a by b minus 6b squared. And this would be your final answer. Right? So there are no more like terms. So when you have a like term, you should simplify. Right? Okay. Let's go on to another expansion which is slightly different. How would we model if you have three factors? If you had two, I told you you could have it as a square. But since you have three factors, we could always model this as a cuboid. Right? So this is a cuboid. So we could say the length. This is the length, x plus 6. The width is x minus 5 and the height is x plus 2. So basically when you multiply, you can model it as the volume of a cuboid with these as the sides. And that would be actually the application for expansion. So now when I have to expand this, let's do two at a time. So what I would do is I would multiply any two of them. So I'll choose the first two. So this would be x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 5. So let me multiply this first. So let me mark this as 1 and 2. So let's distribute this to both the factors and the second one to this one. So I would get x multiplied by x is x squared. X multiplied by minus 5 is minus 5x. This becomes plus 6x. And 6 times minus 5 becomes minus 30. Right? And this will be the next factor, x plus 2. Now, if you look, these two are like terms. So let's simplify this. So it becomes x squared plus x minus 30 multiplied by x plus 2. Alright. So basically I could remove this parenthesis. I could use the normal bracket sign. So I would get this. So here you have three terms, 1, 2, 3. But we use the same method. The first one distributive to all the terms in the second bracket. So you would get x squared into x is x cubed. X squared into 2 is 2x squared. Now let me continue with the same thing with the second term, x into x and x into 2x. Alright, so I'll get x into x is x squared, x into 2 is 2x. Now I would do the same with the third term, minus 30 into x and minus 30 into this. Right, so this becomes minus 30x minus 60. So let's look at the like term. So I have this as a like term and I have this as the like term. So this becomes x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x minus 30x is minus 28x minus 60. And this is how you have to expand with three terms. Alright, so this is a little bit challenging, but if you do the distributive property meticulously, you will get the answer. Alright, hope you have understood this topic on expansion. So this is the basics and you can use your textbook or anything and see if you could manage to do questions and expansions. Hope you enjoyed this session. Stay tuned for another session on expansions. Thank you very much.